Karnataka. The MUDA storm continues to sting Chief Minister of Karnataka Siddaramaiah, who's directly facing charges of corruption over the alleged irregularities involving land allocation to his wife, B.M. Parvati. This is by the Mysuru Urban Development Authority, which happened in 2021. Last week, the governor of the state, Thawaar Chand Gehlot, gave his nod, his sanction for prosecution against the Chief Minister. But in a temporary relief, the High Court of Karnataka has ordered that proceedings be deferred. It has halted all precipitative action against the Chief Minister by any special court or by any special legal authority. Siddaramaiah has lashed out at the BJP, saying that the matter has been escalated for political vendetta. The Congress today staged a protest in Bengaluru against the governor, which escalated and forced the police to detain the protesting Congress leaders. The Congress has also alleged that the BJP has weaponized the governor's office. The BJP also staged a counter-protest at Vidhan Sauda, demanding the resignation of the Chief Minister. With the Congress machinery behind Siddaramaiah, he has said that he will beat these charges legally and also politically. So the question is, first it was the Valmiki scam, and in which a minister had to resign. Now these allegations of the MUDA scam against the Chief Minister himself. Politically, is the Chief Minister getting cornered, even though legally he may have got a temporary reprieve today from the Karnataka High Court?
So, Nano, ನಮ್ಮ ರಾಜಕೀಯ ಜೀವನ ತೆರೆದ ಪುಸ್ತಕ ಇದ್ದಾಗೆ ಈ ರಾಜ್ಯದ ಜನರಿಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ. ನಾನು ಯಾವುದೇ ತಪ್ಪು ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತೇಳಿ, ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ, ಮಾಡೋದು ಇಲ್ಲ, ಇವತ್ತು ಮಾಡಲ್ಲ.
देखिए, कानून तो अभी कानून लड़ाई है। अभी राज्यपाल जी ने अभी परमिशन दे दिया प्रोसेक्यूशन के लिए। अभी जो भी है कानून लड़ाई करेंगे, देखेंगे कोर्ट में क्या होता है, वेट करेंगे.
That time also they given permission to the prosecution for the Yediyurappa. But our party that time they given advice to the CM Yediyurappa to resign.
Here in the studios, Pradeep Bhandari, the national spokesperson of the BJP, Lavanya Ballal is spokesperson of the Congress party, TV Mohandas Pai is chairman of Aaron Capital. Lavanya Ballal, let me start with you. Yes, legally the Chief Minister may have gotten a reprieve by the Karnataka High Court today, but the BJP is saying, you know, when Mr. Yediyurappa stepped down in 2013, again, the governor had given sanction to prosecute. He did not shy away from stepping down pending investigation, and eventually he got a clean sheet from the court. Why doesn't Mr. Siddaramaiah do the same?
Good evening, Zach. First of all, in 2013, the Lokayukta had already filed investigation report against the then Chief Minister, B.S. Yediyurappa, and based on that, the then governor had acted. At this point of time, it is just a series of allegations by the BJP, and there is no investigative report about this alleged scam that has happened. That is the main difference between 2013 and this current case. Now, also this matter is, as everybody knows, this is a frivolous case that is being filed to tarnish his image. And, the governor has not been able to give one single reason why the sanction has happened against, or why is he seeking this action against the Chief Minister. If you look at a 7-page notice that he sent to the CM, it's only filled with allegations, baseless allegations, leveled against the CM by the BJP. And of course, everyone is aware, legally educated person is aware that this case will not stand in the court of law.
No, Lavanya Ballal, but it is a fact that 14 sites were given to the Chief Minister's wife in 2021 in lieu of about 3 acres plus of agricultural land, which was initially owned by her brother, and then it was gifted to her. And then in lieu of that agricultural land, 14 prime real estate properties were given to the wife of the Chief Minister. Why shouldn't there be an inquiry to find that?
In 2021, it was a Basavaraj Bommai BJP government in Karnataka, Zaka. It was not Chief Minister Siddaramaiah. If you look at his tenure as Deputy CM twice, as a leader of opposition twice, and the CM twice, he has not taken any decision with regards to these sites or the denotification of these MUDA sites. So he's not taken any kind of action. All the actions happen either during the JDS government and the BJP government.
Okay.
So when they also talk about the MUDA decisions, there was G.T. Devegowda, there was Sara Sara Mahesh, and all of those leaders. There are 20 people who sit there for a decision-making process.
So let Pradeep Bhandari respond. The fact that this happened in 2021 when the BJP was ruling the state of Karnataka, the Congress is saying, well, what was the BJP doing allotting these sites to the Chief Minister's wife?
Zaka, the Congress party in Karnataka is neck deep in corruption. It's just not about the MUDA scam. There are multiple other scams, and I will prove it. Let's go to the chronology and the timeline of the MUDA scam. If you remember very well, in 2010, 3.16 acres of land was gifted to Parvati, that was Siddaramaiah's wife. In 2013, Mr. Siddaramaiah does not mention this in his poll affidavit. He calls it an oversight. So there was a conscious attempt by Mr. Siddaramaiah not to mention this. In 2011 to 14, this land is allegedly acquired by MUDA. In 2014, Mr. Siddaramaiah's wife requests MUDA to compensate for land loss. In 2018, Ms. Siddaramaiah's wife 3.16 acre land is listed in Mr. Siddaramaiah's poll affidavit, which he forgot in 2010. In 2021, 14 plots were offered, and in 2023, poll affidavit of the Chief Minister mentions these 14 plots and receive instead of the 8.33 crore land of the village. Now let us go forward to the charge of Ms. Lavanya Balal that this is a case of vendetta. Let's look at the timeline of the case. On July 18, 2024, a social activist T.J. Ibrahim files a complaint. The complaint is filed with the Mysore Lokayuk police. On July 26, 2024, because there was no action, Mr. Ibrahim files the petition with the governor seeking action for Chief Minister's prosecution because there is a past precedent to the case since 2010. On July 26, the governor issues a show cause notice to the Chief Minister and gives a 21-day timeline, but there was no action. So to say that this case has no past precedent or it does not have any past chronology is absolutely false. And allow me. This is not the only case I'm talking about, and I say that the Congress party in Karnataka is neck deep in corruption. What happened in the Valmiki ST Development Corporation scam? 3.3 crore to purchase a Lamborghini car. All of that was the ST money. It was given. The Chief Minister in the Assembly said, no, it's not a scam of 150, 100, 200 crore. It's a 90,
one second.
So
let me also bring in Mohandas Pai. Mohandas Pai, again, Mr. Siddaramaiah has been in public life for the last 50 years. He has personally not had any allegation of personal corruption against him up until this whole MUDA scam, which is now blown up over the last few months. The point that the Congress and the Chief Minister are making is when the alternate sites were allotted in 2021, Mr. Siddaramaiah was not in government. When the land was denotified in 2010, again, Mr. Siddaramaiah was not in power. So then if this whole thing was an open and shut case of corruption, then how is it that the BJP government was favouring the leader of the opposition and not one of their own?
Zaka, Siddaramaiah is a very tall leader. He's been in politics for more than 40 years. He's been Chief Minister 5 years. He's been Finance Minister for 10 years. And he has been recognized for being a reasonably clean person. There have been no charges against him so far. So the balance of convenience is in favor. But the fact remains that if you make a statement that the land has been acquired, we did not know about the land for 3-4 years, despite being a very powerful man in the district, and his wife's property being acquired. And you cannot say that we didn't know about it, blah, blah, blah. Then we applied, then we got this and all that. I mean, there is something there which is not known to people. What has happened today is the governor has given permission for an investigation. I think in all fairness to Siddaramaiah and to others, the investigation should go on. Let the investigation reveal what has happened, whether there is anything behind. I don't know whether there's anything behind because, like you said, he was not Chief Minister when all these approvals happened. He happened to be outside the office of the Chief Minister or the Minister. So I think let the investigation happen. Is there a need for him to resign? There is no indictment against him right now. The investigation has to happen, but it has to happen in 2 or 3 months. Otherwise, the reputation will get tarnished. He must insist that the investigation happens quickly, all the facts are placed, and then whatever happens, and fight it out. So I think,
What form of investigation should there be? Because obviously the Chief Minister is the most powerful politician in the state. It can't be a Karnataka police investigation. It has to be some form of judicial probe, either by a retired judge or by a judicial commission of some kind. The Congress is saying that that's not what the governor is recommending. The governor is recommending sanction to prosecute. No,
No,
one
I
second,
don't
Lavanya,
think
one
it's
second.
sanctioned to prosecute. I don't think so because, I was on another channel. Mr. Bhaskar Rao, the former police commissioner, said is a permission to investigate, not to sanction persecution. Because
Okay.
of prosecution, there has to be an investigation.
Yeah.
So it's an investigation from what I know. I think you should let the investigation go on because if the investigation says he's clean, it's very good for him.
So,
Because,
Lavanya, why the Chief Minister, like I said, has been in public life for 40 plus years. He's not had a personal taint of allegation of corruption against him. Why does he not agree for an investigation? Let there be an investigation. Let the Lokayukta investigate or let a retired judge investigate. He has nothing to hide. Lavanya.
Zaka, is this question for me,
Yeah,
Zaka?
yeah, that's to you, Lavanya.
Okay. Zaka, first of all, there is a judiciary probe that has been ordered. And when a judiciary probe is ongoing, an individual cannot approach the governor seeking one more probe. All right. And the chief minister is not objecting to the probe. What the chief minister is saying is the irregularities in following the constitutional rules or the framework that is supposed to be followed by the governor when he's taking up issues like this. That is what is the objection of the Congress as well. We, Mr. Mohandas Pai mentioned, if this goes on, it might tarnish his image. We do believe very strongly that the BJP's intention is to tarnish his image and, make him feel so ashamed that he will step down as a CM. That is their ultimate goal. And this is not the first time the BJP has played this
But
trick.
Lavanya, the political grapevine is that more than the BJP, this whole thing actually came to light because one of your own leaked this story.
It is very interesting, Zaka, that, as journalists and as media, you would rather believe the grapevine and rather than the facts. People have been talking about how there is, no unity within the Congress. But if you see the BJP, the protests that they held against the CM in the last few days across Karnataka, their own leaders did not participate. Their leaders did not believe that there was a protest or there was a Padayatra called for. They felt it was not necessary or they didn't believe in that Padayatra. They did not participate in that.
Pradeep Bhandari, there is a public perception that the Chief Minister has been above board when it comes to corruption. You mentioned the SC/ST scam. The ST Minister was immediately asked to go. So how would you square that with what the Congress is saying, that you're politicizing the governor's office and the governor cannot act just merely basis a private complaint?
Zaka, somebody who's already tarnished, we do not need to have or make some extra efforts to tarnish. Congress and corruption are synonyms to each other in the book of corruption, which is authored by the Congress party since independence. So my simple question is that if the Chief Minister was clean, why did the Chief Minister and the Cabinet not respond to the Governor's show cause notice for 21 days? That is point number one. And point number two, it's not just about the ST scam. Please look at it. MUDA scam, the allegations are about 3,000 to 4,000 crore corruption. Valmiki Corporation scam, 187 crore corruption admitted by the Congress party in the action taken. Karnataka Power Corporation scam, allegations of 21,000 crore corruption. Congress MLA and Chairman of Karnataka Urban Water Supply and Drainage Board, Vinay Kulkarni, threatened to quit from the post, admitting that there is corruption. 1,200 farmer suicides in 15 months. Luxury cars purchased from the ST funds by ministers. Increased bus fare because of corruption. Increased electricity fare because of corruption. Increased milk rate because of corruption.
Let me give Mohandas Pai the final word, because Mohandas Pai, whether BJP is in power or Congress is in power, you have these allegations and counter allegations of corruption. When the BJP was in power, it was infamously said 40% commission sarkara, so on and so forth. Contractors Association had written even to the Prime Minister. Is it now a given that in Karnataka, no matter who is in power, BJP is in power or Congress is in power, there will always be allegations of being mired in corruption?
Well, Zaka, I can say it with some kind of certainty. Corruption in Karnataka has been increasing for the last 20 years, keeping in view the wealth of Karnataka. The BJP government was accused of corruption. This government has been more corrupt than the BJP government, from all indications. We get news of how tariffs have been fixed for permission for everything. I mean, if you want to get power, you have to pay money. If you want to get water, you have to pay money. Plans, money. Officials and the political thing is a very corrupt government. But I see no evidence against Siddaramaiah so far. I mean, if you stick to this case, well, citizens of Bangalore, they tell you, they see the corruption in the roads, the potholes in the road, not getting fixed, no action for the last 15 months since they came to power. But Siddaramaiah has got a very clean image in the state of Karnataka. He has been honest in his effort, and I think he deserves doubt. So I think there should be an investigation, and let the court decide. The court has postponed it to the 20th.
Let's see how the court decides this. But for the moment, I'll leave it at that. Thank you very much, Mohandas Pai, Lavanya Ballal and Pradeep Bhandari for joining us. We'll see how this story plays out politically, whether this will become politically costly for Mr. Siddaramaiah or whether he will emerge stronger from these allegations because of his public persona that he is above board these draft allegations.